Well, it's a beautiful 70-degree sunny day. Early morning here, the birds are singing. It's an awesome day to get outside and enjoy nature. So we can't wait to start our camping season. But there's a few things that we need to do before that camping season starts. And first up is dewinterizing our RV. In the fall, when the weather started to get cold, we filled all of our water lines, all of our plumbing with drinking water safe RV antifreeze. But we can't leave that in there. In order to use our camper, we're going to need to clear all of this out so that we can have fresh water flowing through it again. So the process of dewinterizing is pretty simple. We're going to hook up to fresh water. We're going to run that fresh water through each of the lines. Now our hot water heater is still in bypass mode, meaning none of the antifreeze went in there and none of the water that we're using today is going to go in there either. But to get the camper ready, we need to change that diverter back so that water flows into the hot water heater and we're ready to use all of the plumbing in the camper. So that's pretty straightforward. I will show you the steps of how to dewinterize your camper. The first step for us in dewinterizing is to make sure we have a supply of clean, fresh water. So I have my hose and I'm going to go ahead and connect it to the camper. Now your connection may be on the side of the camper. Ours happens to be in this storage compartment. Opening that right up, and you can see where our freshwater connect is. Now normally we run that through a port in the floor up in the campground so we can close the door. Today this is just a temporary connection, so I'm going to go ahead and connect my hose. The next step in dewinterizing is just to run fresh water through all the lines. Make sure you go to every faucet, run water through the hot and the cold until you no longer see pink. And if you have an outside shower or an outside sprayer of some sort, make sure to run fresh water through it as well. Don't forget to run the hot and the cold. I'm going to go ahead and change it over to the other side. Make sure you remember to do the toilet too. So the last step we need to take in dewinterizing is to change the bypass back so that water goes in to the water heater. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next. Ours is behind a panel in the kitchen. Yours might be in a bathroom or under a bed. You just need to know where the valves are that allow you to bypass the water heater. So now we want to have water going to all the systems, so we're going to change that back to its normal working settings. I'm going to go ahead and open up our water bypass valves are behind this panel here in the kitchen. So I had to open up a cabinet door. We'll take out a couple of screws. Just loosen those up. You'd think there might be a faster and easier way to do it than screws, but that's how Grand Design made it. And they were also nice enough to put this description, pictures and things right on the panel that show you how the valves are supposed to operate. So that's a really handy chart. We've got 3 valves to switch. Not sure if you can see this, but I am closing this off so that the water, hot and cold, are now separated, and opening it up so that the cold side of the water heater is opened. And now so that the hot side of the water heater is opened up. Now when we open up a faucet, water can fill into the water heater and we can fill that up. And then we'll be ready to have normal operations. Once you've dewinterized, it's recommended to go ahead and sanitize your water lines. That'll be another video. But essentially what you're doing is mixing bleach and water, filling your fresh water tank, and then using that the water pump to circulate water to each of the faucets. So then you'll have a diluted mix of bleach water in the lines. Let that sit for multiple hours and then flush it out. So that helps to make sure that there's nothing bad in your water lines. Again, that's for another video, but for today, we've gone through all the steps that you need to do to go ahead and dewinterize. Thank you for watching our video today and following along as we dewinterized our camper. I hope it was helpful. We still have a lot to do. We want to make sure that our camper is in great shape for this summer's camping season. We need to climb up on the roof, make sure it's washed and cleaned, make sure that all the seals are in good shape. I need to check the battery. There's like I said, a number of projects that we do every spring, but at least we got one thing done. So appreciate you coming along. If you liked this video, please go ahead and subscribe. We do appreciate it. It helps us a lot. So hopefully we'll see you soon, and thanks a lot.